The 2015 Honda CBR300R launched initially with its sights set on its green 300 rival, but the niche has changed dramatically. Solid handling, a smooth transmission, and updated styling complete the new Honda package and make it a formidable foe in the entry-level sport bike segment. But will it be enough to claim top honors?
Now, if there's a bike that is most transformed for 2015, it's got to be the CBR300R. I was never a really big fan of the 250R, but the 300 I like a lot. The extra little bit of displacement, it makes a big difference. The bike comes off the corners a lot harder than before. It's got a nice character to it, a nice exhaust note, just makes it fun to ride. Big upgrade from the 250.
So the Honda CBR300 is a very typical Honda bike in that it does everything pretty darn good, but nothing exceptional. The motor's a little flat, but as far as these bikes go, I don't find that to be egregious. It'll handle fine, it'll do what you want it to do, and I think for freeway and canyon riding and street riding, it's a great all-around tool, but it doesn't just wow you.
At first, the steering felt a little loose. The handlebars definitely moved around a little bit more than some of the other bikes. But once you got used to that, it was great. The power delivery was really smooth, it was really linear. It topped out sooner than some of the other bikes, so you were shifting through a little bit more.
Off the bottom, it has a good amount of torque. Bottom and mid, it's pretty good. The top kind of falls off a little bit, so I think you need to short shift it a little bit more than maybe some of the other bikes.
In the corners, I really liked the way it handled it. I felt really connected to the chassis, and you kind of push the bike a little bit harder than you could some of the other 300s.
The suspension package on this is super stable. I found myself going faster and feeling better in the corners than any other bike on the Honda. I'd say that the suspension and just the overall feel of the bike was one of my favorites.
The dimensions of the bike are much more well proportioned, it's a little bit bigger.
This bike was probably the most comfortable out of all of them.
It's a full-size motorcycle finally. Overall, I think Honda's done a really nice job with that bike.
Great wind protection and an improvement over the 250 model.
Where I wouldn't consider it before, now I would actually buy that bike. It's a really nice motorcycle.
Honda's new CBR300R is a definite improvement over its predecessor. Its larger engine provides for a more spirited ride and is coupled to a chassis which inspired confidence through corners for our testers. It bested its Kawasaki rival, but still can't match the challenge set by KTM and Yamaha, so places third overall in our shootout.